So hi everyone, finally getting around to showing my Mirenesse products. Now this was actually a request by schmeggyroo. Thanks so much for requesting this. So hopefully this won't be too hodgepodge, but what I did is actually I threw everything in this Mirenesse box that I actually got at the ABBW so you could sort of see what the packaging is like in there. When I was joined, and this is about a year or more ago, it was $20 Australian a month. I'm not sure what it is now, but I'll put all the details down below. Anything I mentioned, products, links, the site will all be down in the description box, so have a quick look down below. Again, if you have any questions, of course, leave a comment. But that's the box I got at the ABBW weekend, and a little box of goodies inside. I'll start off with that first because they're sort of the most recent products that I've been really enjoying and playing with. Then I'll mention some of the other products that I got originally when I was a member. It was just a box that I got sent out. I really do like their packaging now. Pretty sure it was just a plain black box when I was joined, and it was just I think it was white tissue paper with a gold, like a girl in gold or a silhouette. Anyway, let's get to the products. And this is basically the packaging. So you get a little package like that, and inside is the actual product. So let's start off with this one. It's the Crush Creaseless Shadows. And this is in a Rich Girl. And I like how all of the packets have something like this, like a little necklace or a mirror or something on there. So that's the shadows. And this was definitely me. It's very sort of neutrally natural colours. That's the packaging there. And you can use these wet or dry. And they're definitely a pearl finish, like they say. They're very pearly, very almost metallic. As you can see, they're very pigmented. That's just one swipe on my hand. And there you go. And it's funny because a lot of my eyeshadows now, especially the shimmery ones, I compare them to what's in my Urban Decay package. But yeah, but nothing quite like that in there, I'm glad to say. But as those lovely natural nudes, so I can do a nice smoky eye with this. I haven't worn it all day though to test out the long wear theory on it, because these are only ones I wear very rarely, anything sort of dark or too smoky, but I have worn this beige one a lot. It's like a, I suppose almost like a pinky based beige, nice champagne, so it's something I can easily wear all over my lid or just on my brow bone as a highlight, and even on my cheeks. I really do like those, but they're very velvety, very soft and easy to blend. Easy to blend, so something randomly. This is the actual foundation, so there's the packaging, or one of the foundations that they have, and I love that little mirror one. This is the Invisible Fill Makeup, and I love that they actually gave me the matte finish, so it's the Airbrush Line Filling Mattifier, and I do have fine lines around my eyes and unfortunately around my cheeks, which you can probably see thanks to the nice shadow in here, but it's also got a sun factor. It's got the SPF 10. Now, I'm not sure if this is right. It says the fairest. I'm not sure if that's actually the lightest colour, because it's actually quite dark in compared to me. But that's the package, which I think is really cute. Look at that. So you actually get a mirror. I haven't actually taken the sticker off there because I haven't actually used it. But you get a little mirror, which is great, I suppose, to touch up on the go. It's actually a sponge applicator one. So one where you press down and get the product. But as you can see, it has gotten a little bit messy on the actual sponge. So what I've actually done, because I have actually been mixing it, is use the little tubey thing here. I just use one little pea-sized amount, which is probably a little bit more than I need. And I actually have to mix it with some of my lighter shades, which is good because I have ones that are just too light for me, especially in summer, and they have blended so well with this. And this, I have to admit, the consistency is a lot like a mousse. It's that very light, very soft, silky, velvety texture, and it's definitely matte. But as you can see, it's actually quite dark for me. Oh, it's hard to tell. I've got the eyeshadow stuff still on there. But what I've been doing, if I wanted to use it straight, I've actually been using the sponge end and been applying it on my cheeks as a contour over the top of the finished foundation look. So that's what I've been doing. But it's a really lovely consistency. So it'd be lovely if I can try a slightly lighter shade. But I have to say, it's definitely given me a nice matte look. I'm not too much into very radiant looks. A lot of the time, though, I do wear mineral makeup, and I just let all of my natural blemishes and my freckles and moles show through because I don't like that cakey look. So normally that's sort of what I have. But those days when I just want a nice matte sort of look, this is what I've been using, but because I haven't used too much and I have been mixing it, it's only really given me light to medium coverage. Probably could give medium to full coverage if I applied it straight, but I choose not to. But I just love the velvety feel to it. You get 40 grams of product in the tube. And I'll try and put any prices of products down below too, next to the items. Next one, I'm sad to say, I can't find it. It's the tight liner, and that's the packaging there. And I think Closer must be the name of the brown, but I didn't see that on the little tube. But it's a soft tip, like a felt tip liner or a gel liner. It's supposed to last all day and be a hydrogel liner. I didn't test out the long wearing bit of it, because what I was doing was sort of wearing it in the outer edge of my lower sort of lash line, because it being a brown, I just wanted to try and smoke up the corners, hopefully make my brown eyes stand out a little bit, rather than wearing it on my top of my lash line, because I just like black at the top of there as my everyday sort of look, even when I'm not wearing eyeshadow, just like lined nicely with black. But it did feel nice. It seemed to last long, at least under my eyes there. I didn't, as I said, test it out during the day on the top lash line, but I cannot find it, unfortunately. So, and I have torn my makeup collection apart, but because I reorganised it, it's possibly in my other box somewhere. So hopefully if I find it before I post it, I'll put a photo at the end. But that's the packaging. I just think that is super cute. Next thing, and it's something I have really enjoyed, because it's really my colour, or colours that I like. This is actually one of their lip glosses, and I think that's such a cute package with a little ring bling on it. So it's the Viva Eternal Gloss, the one. And here's the actual tube. That's it. Yeah, there we go. That's its sign on, which I think is so cute. And this is something I've been able to slip in my pocket in my smaller bags, which is great. And that's so cute. Now they've got the little pictures on there, or the little silhouettes on there, shall I say. But this colour hopefully comes off. It's a plummy or a dusty pinky plum, a dusty plum if there's such a thing. I like all those sort of blue tone pinks, blue tone plums, or sort of grey pinks. That's definitely me. And sorry, it's actually Disco Diva. Gosh, that's the colour, Disco Diva. And that's the colour there. So yeah, definitely me. But I like how sort of, it's a little bit tackier than some of the other ones I'll show you. But I like how it's not too strongly pigmented, but it's been one that I've been wearing on its own. It keeps my lips really moisture, very hydrated. It's tacky but not sticky, if you know what I mean. Like, not everything sticks to my lips. And yeah, it's just a nice sort of flusher colour. Now, two other ones that I got, and these I've gotten in 2 November glossy boxes where I got these 2 Mirenesse ones, but I thought I'd mention them together. I love these ones. These are the 3D Forever glosses, and I just came without the packaging. They're just so cute. So this is the geisha one that I showed in my November video, and that was the one that was sent to me, and then I got sent another November box for when I subscribed for that month, and I actually got this colour, and this is like a nice coral pink, number 6, Hello Kitten. Now the geisha one anyway I'll start off with is just so pretty. It's got a slight golden or goldeny blue sheen to it, but it's a really beautiful vibrant red. Or should I say it's like a cherry red, a pinky red. Look at that. Definitely not the colour I'd wear every day, but I've been, just even when I'm kicking around home, I've actually been putting this on because it's so hydrating but not sticky, not tacky. A bit of glamour to my lips, even when I'm just hanging out with the baby at home. It's sort of, oh, why not? Why not? And this other one, I really love this. It's a beautiful coral pink, that Hello Kitten. Oh, it's gorgeous. This one. And this one I have been wearing a lot over my other mattes, even my plums, and it just gives it such a nice ba-ba boom sort of look to it. But look at those two colours. And these seem a little bit thicker, not as tacky though as the Viva Eternal Gloss. But very nice. Now, 2 other things which I have mentioned numerous times that I got at the ABBW because they've come up in favourites are these 2 mascaras. Oh, I love them. These would probably be, even though I love those glosses, these would be the ones that I'd have to buy again. If I was going to put my money where my reviewing mouth is, these would be the ones. And I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if I got both of them in the last Have It box that we got there, or pretty sure one of them came in it and one was in this one. But I'll put that down here somewhere. But it's just... Now, at the time, I was actually really into the CoverGirl Lash Blast. Both the 3 different ones. The purple, the orange, and what was the other colour? But I was just loving those. I was reluctant to try something new. But This is the first one that I tried. It's the Secret Weapon mascara, and you get 10 grams Secret Weapon mascara. And it's just a cute little tube there. You can see it's been well used. It's at the end of its life at the moment, but I kept it for this video. But that's sort of the applicator that you get with it. But this I found, I suppose, gave me a lot of volume at the end of my lashes. And the most though is that it didn't flake, it didn't clump up on me. And it didn't give me those pan dries, which does happen with quite a few of my mascaras, unfortunately. And I must say both of them didn't flake or anything on me, and that goes for the first week. Normally I find when it's really fresh, very wet, very tacky, I might get that panda look during the day. It might even flake as it dries out on my eyelashes, or even at the end of its life, that like last week that I'm trying to use it, it gets all flaky, and it didn't happen at all, not at all for both of these products during that time. So that was the one that I actually ended up using the first few weeks, and then I moved on to this one. But as I got a little bit older, a little bit more sort of tackier, I started mixing them. So this would be my first one, my first couple of coats, would give me lots of volume at the ends, give me a nice sort of awake look. And this one I'd actually use to give me sort of length, a lot of length and height to my eyelashes, and it really did, or at least I thought it did. I found that it really did. It also worked really well over the false eyelashes that I really got into as well, so I love those. But this is the actual vibrating one, and I haven't tried any of the other vibrating ones on the market. This is their Vibralash. And I've just kept that cap on when I wasn't sort of using it, but I mean obviously you remove the cap because the button's on the top there. So I thought if I accidentally bump it, I don't want it going, don't want it sort of wasting its life. It had 3 settings, had the lowest, obviously medium, and the fastest one. I kept using the fastest, but it lasted me well out. The battery went for the whole time, so it didn't run out. It's still going. Don't know if you can hear that on the microphone, but that's sort of at the end of its life basically now. But that one, as you can see, is a slightly longer, thinner applicator, or it sort of tapers. It's a tapered applicator, and it was just great to give me that sort of whack of height on there. But I love the consistency of both of these ones. They didn't start off too wet, they didn't flake or anything, as I said, on me. I really loved them. And they also looked a little bit pricier than I would normally pay for a mascara. But if I had to pick them, I'd probably go for this one. Now on to the oldies products. These are the ones that I got when I was a member. Like I said, it was $20 a month. My card ended up expiring and I didn't bother to renew it to get it. So by default, obviously, I wasn't a member anymore. But this is the blush I showed ages ago when I first mentioned Mirenesse. You get a little mirror on top. But this is their Airbrush Mineral Soft Focus Blush Highlighter in number 4 Rose Dahlia, which is more my colour. As you can see, it's that dusty pink, those dusty pinky roses that I love. And I just loved how silky and soft it is, because I do love mineral powders. And this is one of those sort of ones you can see with a sponge. I did prefer to take the lid off though, again. And sort of, I put some, I haven't used too much of it, but I put a little bit in one of my sifters, just a little one, so I wouldn't spill it all. But I found this got a little bit sort of difficult to sort of blend, even though it did give a nice sort of, even though it did sort of blend out quite nicely, but it is very, very shimmery though. So I only use a little bit over the top of some of my dusty pinks, like my Collection 2000 and my MAC, the Perfect Cheek. It worked really well over that when I wanted to glam it up, give my look some radiance. So I did like that one. This one's practically all gone. This was the first foundation I tried. It's the Airbrush 18-Hour Wear. And it did last. It really, really did. You get 40 grams. And it's also like a cream or a whipped cream kind of consistency. It's the Velvet Maxi Lift Line Treatment Foundation. And this one is definitely like a foundation. Again, it's like foundation, as you can see, it's a lot lighter. And this is the one I was also mixing with the Airbrush one. But this is definitely like a proper liquid foundation feeling. But it's also very thick, very creamy. You can see it there. And this actually gave me medium to full coverage when I was just wearing it straight. But I also mixed this one with some of my darker foundations as well. But it also worked quite well straight. But this is also what I love to mix with my tinted moisturizers as well. That's sort of what I do. I love to mix products Again, lucky I didn't have any sort of reaction, but this is slightly, I suppose, grayer. This colour is 21 Vienna. Again, not a perfect match for my skin, but one that I've worked really well with my other products as well. This is drying slightly, but it gave a nice sort of velvet. Had enough to do that swatch. Aww. But yeah, so I mean that I think is their old packaging, not 100%, but I will put that down here. But this was a fair while ago when I was the member. And two other ones which I have shown. I'm pretty sure I showed these in favourites before. They're the little tube primers that I had. This is the Absolute Firm Treatment Primer. This is one that I used in my fine lines. So again, as you can see, now my face is getting shiny, just sort of around there and around my eyes worked really, really well. And this is more their, I suppose, their pore mattifier. And this is one that I used again around my enlarged pores, around my nose and my mouth area. And they're just both white creams. Just a little tube thing there. And I must admit, these reminded me of just the consistency of anyone that's tried their Face of Australia, the two oil-free primers. I think there's the Face Base and there's another one. There's two of them. It's sort of like that consistency, just that white lotion, blends in nicely, feels very, very hydrating. But my favourite would probably be the pore mattifier out of this, and it was similar. We're going with a similar effect to my MAC Prep and Prime, the Skin Refine Zone treatment, very similar to that. So I love those. But that's pretty much the Mirenesse products that I have. Sorry, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge sort of, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you do have any favourite products from the brand or any that you're keen to try, please comment down below, and hopefully have a great weekend, guys. Take care.